Welcome back to the Take a Sip podcast. My name is Tito.
And I'm Leche.
And first and foremost, before we get on for this week, we kind of wanted to do a little apology for last week. Both Leche and I had mixed schedules and we're just all over the place.
Oh, yeah.
Leche had to travel and I was just dealing with a whole bunch of personal stuff as well. But we are here this week with a tier list, something we haven't done in quite a while.
Yeah, no, the last one we did was back like in Halloween.
I think it was a little bit after because we ranked the Pokemon Legends, wasn't it? No, the starter Pokemon.
Did we do that in between that? Or maybe it was in December the last time we did it. Yeah, it might have been.
Yeah,
dude, I don't know if we did that first or the Halloween thing, but no, we did the Pokemon thing after. Yeah, we definitely did.
All right, but before we get to that, what are you sipping on this week, Leche?
I'm drinking some water. I've been trying to cut down on drinking specific, like just drinks in general. So,
sure.
Yeah, it's either coffee, water, some juices here and there and stuff like that. So
that's good.
What about yourself?
Yeah, I'm not on that route, but definitely for today, drinking some coffee, which is probably a bad idea because I have to get up early tomorrow for work. I picked up a shift.
Dude, honestly.
But
I want to get some coffee, man. I'm about to order it. Honestly, since I mean,
go ahead. I mean, you're pretty much going to be home alone a little bit.
Yeah.
So then if you're going to be spending those gamer hours, you need to be awake and pay attention.
Yeah, I hear you.
But yeah, like I said, we're doing a tier list for this week. Specifically, both Leche and I sat together and we went over some animes that we've watched, either that we both watched. Because we've apparently watched many other animes that the other person hasn't watched yet.
Yeah, we definitely gotta talk about and reorganize ourselves on that. Like, hey, let's plan to watch this one together, type of thing.
Yes. So. But the tier list is only 19 animes, some older, some newer. And like I said, some have been going on for years at this point, but we're also gonna rank specific seasons of these animes, which you will understand in a little bit, actually. And yeah, I mean, like I said, we've watched different animes. We'll give little shout outs at the beginning at first. One anime I've definitely watched that I've definitely enjoyed has been Haikyuu, that volleyball anime one. I know I've also started Hunter a little bit for a few seasons.
Yeah.
I know Leche has one specific anime that he wants me to watch, but I just keep pushing it back.
Yeah. The time I got reincarnated as a slime, I think. No, is that part of our?
No, well, that's part of our list. I've seen clips enough. You've been wanting me to watch JoJo's Bizarre Adventure.
JoJo, yeah, yeah. And there's a few other ones that, the long ass name. Oh my time, the devil as a part timer and stuff like that. The devil as a part timer.
I've told you to watch. The Rising of a Shield Hero, which is already on season 2 as well. But yeah, so we'll get started with our actual tier list for specific listeners who are not watching this on the YouTube channel. Our ranks are S, A, B, C, and D. We will most likely not put anything in D, but that's just a little fallback area just in case we do come to some sort of conclusion on something as we both talk.
Yep. I want to set one rule between both of us though on this. We cannot let nostalgia win over our actual critical thinking of these animes. Okay?
100. Okay.
You get what I mean, because there's a few on this list where like nostalgia is like,
it's nostalgia for you, and then some nostalgia for me.
Yeah, exactly. We definitely both share that. We definitely cannot think like that. We got to stop the other person when they're thinking that. Okay, we got to keep that between us.
Yes. Oh my God, I missed two completely different animes on this.
Oh, did you?
Yes. Oh my God. Give me 1 second. It's going to be a quick second for listeners. It's going to be a few minutes for us in person. So please give us a second.
Yeah, give us a second.
All right. Oh. Now that we fixed that, I kind of want to start with pretty much one of the first animes I told you to watch. I don't know if it's exactly what got you into anime. I know it's what got me into anime. We've said it before. It's an easier anime, very simple, I consider it almost an S tier. I would say almost a top A, bottom S tier. It's actually Death Note.
Death Note, yeah, classic.
Like I said, very classic, very simple, very quick. I believe it's only like one season. And yeah, I mean, suspenseful. It's partial supernatural.
Yeah, I kind of would agree with you. I know most people would throw it like straight up S, like, oh, like it's fucking God tier. But thinking hypocritical, it is one of the very few first animes we watched. So, like I said, like taking the step out of the factor, it is really good. Don't get me wrong. The acting is actually really good, both in
subbed and English, subbed and dubbed.
And subbed and dubbed. So I would probably put it, like you said, like a little bit. If there was something in between S and A, definitely put it right there in the smack in the middle.
Mm-hmm.
But I would agree. I would put it in A tier for sure. It is a really like highly recommended anime to watch for sure. I would agree.
Right. So
that's the first one we'll agree on.
Yeah, top A. Lower S, but we're gonna stick it in top A.
It's gonna top A, for now.
And like I said,
we're gonna put it. Are we gonna? I was gonna say like put them in order, still in each bracket.
Per row, yes.
Okay, perfect, cool.
Because then in all of the S's, we're gonna say which is our high S and which is our lower S, high A, lower A, high B, lower B, so on and so forth.
Sounds good. All
right. So that was one we started with. Here's one that we both recently just watched. I completely fell in love with it. I think it is very funny, even for like the cartooniness of it. Is Spy Family, which is one you also told me to watch right before we actually did this. It's very easy to watch. It's made, what would you say, 1940s, 1950s.
Oh, like where it takes place? Like
like era-wise.
Yeah, it seems like it's almost like a Cold War era, like 1960s, 70s type of style.
Because people are afraid of spies coming from like other countries and stuff.
Yeah, so it gives that type of vibe for sure. So it's like, it's really good. Don't get me wrong. It's still going on. It's still airing. So there's going to be more to the animation.
Oh, 100%.
But so far, what I've seen, it is fairly good animation for sure. Yeah. And I know the manga, like, people who read the manga are way ahead of curve on this for sure. Like, so that's why I like to separate, like, manga from the story. I don't know the manga on this one, so I don't know how it is on that end. Yeah. But just on animation and like acting and all that stuff wise, it is really good. Like I say, it's like, I would put it in low A for now.
Low A.
It's not B tier. You get me?
No, it's definitely
not B tier. It could be B tier if it gets outranked. You get me? But as of now, I would say it's in A tier for sure.
I agree with the A tier of it. Like you said, even dialogue is very funny. It's very smooth storytelling as well.
Yeah.
It's not too much jumping here, jumping there. And like we said, the dad Lloyd is the very more serious aspect of it when we have the little girl being almost like the comedic relief, kind of breaking that fourth wall in a way.
Yeah,
for everybody.
She's like the fourth wall breaker in the series, which is kind of a nice change in most animes.
Yeah. And it's funny because they're all trying to keep their secret cover while maintaining this fake life with each other.
Which is like, I think the irony of the entire show, which is awesome. You get me?
And they said it at the intro of one of the episodes. Lloyd, the spy, the girl is the assassin, and then she's a little what's the word? Like a psychic, a mind reader type of thing.
Mind reader, yeah.
All right. Where do you want to go from here? I'll let you choose our next anime.
Let's go with one that I think we'll both agree that it's fucking S tier. Okay. So all these animes are pretty good, no lie.
Yes.
Actually, let's throw one under the bus that I think it's B tier. Okay. I'll straight away just throw it in there. Let's go to Boruto.
Yes. You said B tier, and I was like, it's pretty much the only B tier we might have on this list.
And the only reason why it's B, in my opinion, and not fucking C, is because of Naruto.
Yes.
Those scenes with him in it, dude, especially in that last season, is yeah.
Like we said, Boruto is still only popular because of Naruto. And I get it.
It's not even meant to be about him.
Yeah, and I get what they're trying to do with like modernizing it and stuff, but they kind of jumped almost like a whole era type of age type of thing.
Yeah.
So it works for what they want to do, but not fully working age-wise, you got me?
Yeah.
Because you're telling, like, I know that's how we grew up. Like, we grew up with computers and learning about phones and the internet and stuff, but it feels almost like there's a weird barrier when it comes to that, thinking like, oh, Naruto becomes Hokage and now he has to learn computers, phones, how trains work, so on stuff, and so forth. Like it's
and genetics and like manipulation and all that bullshit. And like, you know, dude, I think I might just revert that. I think it might go into C tier, man. I'm not gonna lie to you.
Yeah,
I think I'm giving it too much justice. So you know what is?
People are gonna fight with us.
They can fight me all they want, bro.
They really can.
It's fucking facts, though. Naruto literally carries that fucking show still, it's supposed to be about his son. For sake. So,
especially like you said, the last major fight they just had, it was pulling heartstrings and stuff.
We're more concerned about what is happening to fucking Naruto in Boruto. So like,
yes,
I know. One that I will throw in B tier that I know you're gonna hate me for is probably because I know for a fact the animation did fucking take a huge fucking nosedive. Is probably 7 Deadly Sins, and you know that's true, man. Especially on that last season.
So I'm not gonna argue with that completely.
And Escanor carried the fucking franchise.
No. All right. Take a step back. Take a step back. I will stop you right there.
His fights are the most intriguing, though, for sure. Yes. They're pretty good.
Yeah. No, I completely agree. 7 Deadly Sins is very hit or miss for a lot of people. And it's very ironic being called the 7 Deadly Sins when you are the most powerful good guys pretty much in the story that they're trying to pull. But yes, I will say there has been, with the last few seasons, it has dropped off a little bit.
A little bit.
Yeah, a little. Okay. All right. Calm down, because I will tear into some of yours next.
Let's be real. Like, that wasn't the only anime that took a nosedive season over season.
Yeah.
You know exactly what I'm talking.
Yes.
Specifically that one fight. Yeah. Okay.
But yes, I will agree with you. It is B tier. Like I said, it's very hit or miss with a lot of people. I've definitely enjoyed watching it. A lot of cool fight scenes. I get what they're doing with the whole magicalness and physical fights of being like a regular night type of thing. And even in the game wise, 7 Deadly Sins Grand Cross, they do a lot of really cool crossovers with I was reincarnated as a slime.
Yeah.
Not Street Fighter, but I always forget what that other fighting game is called. But yeah, they've had a lot of cool crossovers, cool sort of storytelling, because right now they're trying to do a little weird crossover with some Norse mythology type of thing and turning those gods into their own personal characters as well. But still keeping the storyline of Ragnarok in a way. So yeah, I would agree. Seven Deadly Sins, B tier.
Unfortunately, I know how much you like that shit, dude, but
I know.
All right,
I'll still play the game though. I'll still play the game.
Yeah, I mean, you still got that. The game is good though. Like the animation for the game is good.
Yes.
At least it has that for going for it.
Yes. I'll throw one into an S tier right now.
All right.
Because we both definitely agreed that it has very well written fight scenes, dialogue, storytelling. We pretty much praise this anime anytime we kind of can, and it's Demon Slayer.
Oh yeah, 100%.
Demon Slayer is definitely an S tier, I believe, for both of us.
Yeah. One thing I would say on this, the premise of the story, it is basic. Don't get me wrong. That's the one biggest criticism I think people have on this, like just the anime itself, is the story. It is a simple story, but I think it's just the animation executes it so fucking beautifully. And I think that's literally what makes the fucking show what it is. Phenomenal, right?
Yes.
On that end. It's just the animation, the animators, man, just they fucking, God came down and just said, yo, bless it real quick.
Yes. And if we're continuing with the manga storylines, because I know we both spoiled it for ourselves just to like understand what's to come in the future of the anime. If it goes by what we're supposed to be seeing in the manga, it is just supposed to be getting higher. So even if we rank this right now as a middle to low S, it should be a high S by the time the final season comes out.
Oh, yeah, dude. It'll be fucking like S plus, bro, at that point.
Yes.
Like, we'll make a new tier just for that one title. Like, Jesus.
Yes. And even another anime that I personally will put in S tier. Like we said, it's a modernized Naruto with a more helpful Sakura would definitely be Jujutsu Kaisen.
I think what makes this fucking show as good as it is, it's the fucking jokes. Like it doesn't take itself fucking seriously, and it knows it. You get me? So it's like that. I think that's what makes it fucking good too. Because again, I mean, the story's actually interesting in this one though, for sure. Like it's a little bit more intact, and it's like don't know where it's really going. I'm not sure if there's a manga for this or not.
I think there is a manga for it, but I think the manga is also releasing about
at the same time,
about the same speed, if not a little bit quicker, obviously, than the actual anime is going.
Good, I guess. Yeah, that's actually really good. Pace like that.
Yeah. And like I said, it's very much more modernized, but incredible fight scenes. And it's not one of those things where you have your main character who's just OP compared to everybody else. It's literally everybody in this anime holds their own, has their own abilities, sets a fight scene. Like I would love to see the girl that doesn't have any ability, but she uses the glasses to see the demons.
Yeah.
And she's like a master weapons woman.
Yeah.
I would love to see more fight scenes with her because she is just so awesome.
I don't want to spoil it, but per the manga, dude, she gets some crazy shit that happens to her.
Really?
It's sad, dude. It is sad.
God.
It is, bro.
And I still need to watch the movie. I still need to watch Jujutsu Kaisen 0.
Yeah. Dude, I just know, you know how she has her twin sister, dude?
Yeah.
It's a story between both of them. Families and stuff. Oh my God, bro. Well, that's when she turned into Omega level bullshit, bro.
Well, we did get a little glimpse on that, on her becoming a sorcerer, but having her family stop her from advancing, and then her sister's also been dragged into it, which we did get there in season 1. So yeah, hopefully we do get more into that, because I know they mentioned like the high three families that all have their own
unique, specific to them.
Yes.
Powers, whatever it is.
Yeah. So hopefully we do get into that more, because I know they always try to do things and then they realize what they're doing and then back off and try to do another thing. Because even in Naruto, did you notice how they were trying to make a big deal with the Akatsuki having those rings?
Yeah, and then they didn't do anything with
exactly.
Them. So they showed emphasis from the like they emphasized the rings, but it didn't really mean anything. Like it's just like it was like a side thing that they forgot to fucking clear up.
Yeah, because all it really did was just what finger you're gonna show up on in the on the ghetto statue.
Yeah.
But that was that. And I mean, I think we've spoken about it enough. Why don't we rank Naruto? And Naruto, we separated into two. The basic Naruto, where he finishes school, goes through the entire exam, up to the point where Sasuke has been taken and he leaves with Jiraiya Sensei. And we also separated that from Naruto Shippuden, when he returns from his trainings with Jiraiya up to the whole final arc of rescuing everybody and bringing Sasuke, quote unquote, back home.
Yeah. I'm 100% convinced Naruto, like the original,
yes,
was meant to be watched in sub, not in dub. I'm convinced because of how annoying it was in dub.
Yes.
You get exactly what I mean, dude. Fuck, what's
yes,
that
because I watched
that he
both.
Says? Huh?
Yes, because I've watched both.
Yeah, me too. That's why I'm saying it. So it's definitely, I feel like it was meant to be watched in sub for sure. Like that's literally the way you're supposed to watch it.
Because of his believe it.
Yeah.
Is it that one?
Fuck me, bro. Yeah.
Yes.
So in the animation was a little bit better in the original. Until you could tell
to a certain point, yes.
To a certain point. Like there was some, how do I say it? Like at least the animation in Naruto stayed kind of even all the way through. You get me? So that's what I like, the consistency of it. All the episodes were consistent in their freaking animation. You get me?
Yeah.
So where do I put this though, right? That's the big question on this. Me personally, Naruto, original Naruto. Fuck.
I
want to put it into B.
B, yeah, I would agree. And then obviously higher than 7DS.
Yeah.
All right. And
because then Shippuden. Yeah, Shippuden.
Yeah, like we said, it was a little inconsistency with the animation. But I mean, that's another great thing. We at least saw the animation get better. Besides the whole nostalgia thing of being one of the major animes that we both watched, I mean, it does have a lot of very heartfelt, sentimental moments where it does like pull and tug at your heartstrings. Last time we watched it, you heard me cry over the mic while we were on Discord on the whole end of the war. Minato's going back away and Naruto's just answering all the questions that Kushina left him before she died. Almost like literally to the T of every question answered. Not question, but like everything answered to what she wanted him to do as he grew up. So just thinking about it a little bit. And then
like the storytelling in Shippuden is really good. I mean, when it comes to the major beats, but the thing is, there's a lot of side stories that are unnecessary and we don't need.
Yeah,
there's just so much. There's so much filler.
Yes.
So I'm being hypocritical with this right now. And on top of that, the animation is not consistent. And you know exactly which one in particular fight we're talking about that is not consistent with this. So I'm talking about the pain fight specifically. You got me? And then compare that to when they fucking fight Madara in the end. Like, kind of a, don't get me wrong. I think that's the appeal on that. Like it's bad, but it's at the same time, it is what it is.
I would agree with that. But I would still put it at least at a high A, even higher than Death Note, to be honest.
Oh yeah, I would agree. It is top tier A for sure.
Okay.
Is it S tier? It could have been S tier if they stay consistent with their animation. But I get it, man. Animation is expensive. It was 2000 what, like 9-10 when this released.
Yeah, but you see, there's
those specific seasons. You got me.
There's something about like keeping the original animation that
I would agree
makes it like authentic. Adds more to the authenticity of it.
No, I agree. I 100% agree on that. But like I said, I don't want nostalgia to take over on that. Like it is fucking great in that, and that nostalgia, the animation, like all the little, when they're drawing motion, they have to draw those smudges in between. You get me? So it looks weird. Those one-off cuts. Okay. You get me? So it's fantastic that they try to do actual motion blur within animation itself, which is freaking incredible. You get me?
Yeah.
So.
All right.
I mean, I.
All right.
Oh man.
I feel like we need to take a little break here, and then we'll be right back. Actually.
All right.
And we're back. Let's go a little old school again. I know we just hit Naruto. Ow, my knee. But let's go a little further back. Why don't we go with the anime that started it all for most people? And a lot of people think it's not an anime, but it actually is. We're going to go with Pokemon. But I kind of want to focus on the first actual few seasons of Pokemon. I would say up to like Ruby and Sapphire type of era, because after that, it just does get very repetitive. Ash is a new area. He catches one of the starters, so on and so forth. I get there have been better fight scenes in these newer seasons, especially with the whole Gigantamax, Super Charizard, or Mega Charizard, Mega Blastoise, Mega Sceptile, so on and so forth. But like, what started it all, and here I know you said you don't want to hit nostalgia a little bit, but it kind of will, because like I said, it is the beginning, like the actual beginning anime for a lot of us. But yeah, for me, rewatching it, I did watch some episodes randomly, and yeah, I get a lot of the jokes are hit or miss, but again, because we were so young, the jokes went over our head that they now make a little bit more sense, having a little bit of that adult undertone, where you need to make it watchable for an adult to be able to watch it with their kids. You get me? How, like, be able to entertain the parents as well.
Yeah.
So definitely for me, Pokemon, the first few seasons, like I said, I would put it at least mid B, mid to high B. I don't know
mid
about
to
you.
High B.
Yes.
Yeah, I would say so too. Yeah. Probably put it in between Naruto or maybe, I don't know. It's up to you. You said B tier, right?
Yes.
Between B and C? Is that what you're saying? Pokemon?
No. So Pokemon, I would put high B or mid B. High to mid B.
Oh, high to mid B.
You want to put mid B? Okay, so we'll put it after 7DS because I'm pretty sure we might add more. If not, like I said, we will readjust.
Yeah.
You pick one.
Okay. Let's choose a funny one. Let's do One Punch Man.
Oh, okay. Well, I mean, yeah, One Punch Man, like you said, it's funny. Man. It's not really serious, but it has a lot of really cool fighting undertones to it.
Yeah, I think that's the whole idea. So this is like the complete opposite of what you would think an anime is. Like, like, oh, your protagonist is trying to be the strongest, like, guy and protect everyone and stuff like that. And literally One Punch Man turns the head on that, like where he is the strongest already from the get-go. You get me?
He is mega OP.
Yeah. And then he's like, he forgets that he is and stuff like that. And he tries to be a hero, even though he's really bad at it. You get me?
Yes.
On top of that. So where do I put this? I think the animation, the point is it's supposed to be not taken seriously as well.
100%.
That's why there's like the very like funny faces he makes and stuff like that, or like the very sketched out like jokes and shit like that are pretty funny as well. I want to put this. I mean, it is still going on, and I say the first season was a little bit better than the second season, but animation wise, the second season is way better than the first one.
Yes.
Fuck, I don't know where to put this. Where would you put it?
I couldn't say, but like if you want an understanding of what One Punch Man is, the best clip I could give you to watch, type in Tatsumaki yells at One Punch in the hallway or something like that.
Oh, the animation on that.
Yes. And it's literally the green-haired girl with the black dress yelling at One Punch, like all these things. And the only thing One Punch says back is, who lost the little kid in the hallway?
Like, whose kid is this? Yeah,
whose kid is this? And her face and the animation throughout that entire scene is just so funny. I would definitely put One Punch, because I haven't fully watched all of season 2. I've watched bits and pieces of it, but I would put this in A, probably mid to low A.
Yeah, I'll probably put it there too. I say it's probably, I would put it there. Put it low A for now.
In low A, yeah. All right. Let's go with I mean, this is hard. Okay. One of my favorite animes. Well, the intro to this anime is very well done as well. Tokyo Ghoul, specifically season 1. I feel like season 1 was much better than seasons 2 and so on. It had a very much more consistent storyline. It set up this whole world beautifully, if I do think so myself.
Yeah, like the setup was pretty good in the first season for sure.
Mm-hmm. And the whole fight scenes, not just between ghouls on ghouls, but even the white jackets versus the ghouls, because they were able to pretty much turn these ghouls into weapons for them to defend themselves, which I thought was a great idea for the whole anime. And there's just a lot of twists and turns within season 1 as well, from the one-eyed ghoul. There's apparently like 3 one-eyed ghouls or something like that.
Yeah.
By the time you reach the anime, spoilers if you haven't watched it.
Yeah, seriously. I wish they stayed consistent though.
Yes.
That's the thing.
Because then it got a little bit annoying. Yeah, especially by season 2 when now everybody's a half ghoul because they got their things transplanted or whatever.
Yeah, so it's like nothing was special about it at that point.
Yeah, where it's like, okay, well, if we could just make everybody a ghoul, why not just make everybody a ghoul then?
At that point, yeah. Might as well just, go all in.
Yeah. So for Tokyo Ghoul, I would put it high B. For season 1, I would put it even higher than.
For 1 specifically, I would probably put it low A. But because everything else pretty much drags it down, it forces it to be in B.
A B, yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah. What do you say? Higher than Naruto or lower than Naruto?
I say lower than Naruto. I think Naruto's still better.
Yeah, still has high points. Just so you know, I'm leaving these last 4 for you specifically because you are the one that is gonna have to explain those.
Oh yeah, like on where it goes and shit like that. Yeah, I got you.
Well, like storyline wise, you got me for because I know that's more fresher in your mind than it is for me.
Mm-hmm.
All right, and now we get into a little bit of some gray area where I'm not saying we've watched it all, both of us, but we've at least watched enough clips or scenes to understand the full storyline of it. So first one that I kind of want to touch is Assassination Classroom.
Mm-hmm.
I haven't fully watched it, but like I said, I've watched enough scenes and clips to understand.
Yeah, I watched a few episodes here and there and watched like the ending. Like
yes, the ending scene as well was very. I understand it now. It was like why people enjoy it so much. Because you do make I feel like you do that a lot with a lot of these animes. You even with the bad guy, sometimes you make such a connection with that when they do die or something does happen to them.
It's funny how much emotion you could do in animation compared to like real life.
Yes,
acting and shit like that. So, and just with voice acting, it's kind of crazy. So,
so where would you put Assassination Classroom? I feel like you've watched it a little bit more than I have.
Animation wise, it is fucking great as well.
Yes,
it is funny to begin with and shit like that. It doesn't take itself too serious. It's not too campy.
Yes.
Man, and the ending is really good. So. I want to say this is mid-A. I would put it that in pretty high regards on that end.
Mid-A? Okay. Now, would that be...
I think I would put it in between Death Note and
Spy Family?
I would put it there probably.
All right. Now, by the time we're done with this, if you want an actual visual of the tier list that we're making, I will put an actual image on our Instagram account.
We're gonna get roasted, bro.
I know we are. So Instagram.com/take a sip _pod. Sorry. Just on Instagram @take a sip _pod. That is where you will be able to see this full tier list that we have. Comment on it, roast us, fight with us. Also mention any animes that you've watched that we should watch. We mentioned a couple already that we both watched, but we're always looking for something to watch. All right. After Assassination Classroom, I kind of also want to hit on the same notes as Pokemon, Digimon. Digimon, I fully enjoyed like the first 2-3 seasons of it. Because then after that, it got a little confusing with, now you have an emotional connection, a more emotional connection than what you originally did with your Digimon. That's how they digivolve. You could fuse with your Digimon. Or now there's this new mechanized Digimon that can now fuse with each other. And
it got way too... oh shit.
It became a lot. Like the first few made sense because you have your partner, your emotional connection helps them grow. Boom, they get back small to be by your side. And then the DNA Digivolve made sense too. There's one person you will have that weird connection with. So both of your Digimons are going to have a weird connection, allowing them to fuse together. But then, like I said, once it got to I think season 4, where the person is now the Digimon, that's where it kind of started going downhill.
Started to turn into, I don't even know. Jesus.
Yeah.
It just got overwhelming. Real quickly.
So I want to specifically spoken on Digimon Adventure with Tai, Sora, and all them guys.
So just
Izzy.
Just going off the first few seasons on where, I mean, dude, honestly, if I remember this correctly back, like not throwing nostalgia in it, like, fond memories and stuff like that. I think it was a really good anime, dude. I think it was better than Pokemon. Honestly, like storytelling wise,
yes,
it was actually really fucking good, dude.
And a little bit on notes too. I know this was something I always wanted you to watch as well because I thought you would like, and you were just like, it's just a Pokemon riff off.
What, Digimon?
Yes.
Oh.
And then you slowly started getting into it as well. A little bit, not as much though. But yeah, Digimon I would also put in B. Definitely lower than Pokemon because Pokemon at least had a few more seasons in it than Digimon did. Unless you want to fight me on that.
I would fight you on that. I think the story is just way better, dude. Because in Pokemon, it is the same thing. I mean, so is Digimon, don't get me wrong. But at least they, improvised. You get me?
A lot more main characters. The characters
they actually grew up and stuff like that. In Pokemon, Ash stayed 10 for 30 years. You got me? So
true. All right. So higher than Pokemon, but would you still place it higher than Seven Deadly Sins?
Maybe. I know you're gonna hate me.
Yeah.
No, leave it where it is. I think it's good.
Okay.
I know you'll get mad.
I was ready to argue, bro.
I mean, you can argue it all I want, but shit. All right.
Hold on. All right. So let's move on from there. I got one. We got both Full Metal Alchemist and Full Metal Alchemist Brotherhood. Technically, it is the same anime, but if you have not watched both of them, some of the storyline, it is very different. Brotherhood has, I believe, an extended extra season. A different type of ending. The enemies are a little bit different as well. And if you speak to anybody who has spoken about Full Metal Alchemist and Brotherhood, they would definitely tell you to watch Brotherhood.
Yeah, they will tell you to watch Brotherhood.
I know I've told you that a couple of times as well. But if you are one who likes to compare and contrast like myself, I definitely did watch both seasons, both versions of regular Full Metal and Brotherhood Full Metal. And yes, definitely Brotherhood, it is the way to go. And it is still the only thing I recommend to people because, like I said, it is technically the same story, but Brotherhood has just been amped up a couple of notches to make it more eligible for the watcher to comprehend.
Yeah, because the first time around it's like doesn't really make sense. There's like a lot of plot holes here and there and stuff like that.
Yeah,
that's just like a lot of loose ends were like let by. But then
exactly.
End of Full Metal Alchemist.
Yes, so, and with Brotherhood, a lot of the tones are very much more darker than what you expect from this type of anime. I mean, there's that very famous Full Metal Alchemist shirt of the little girl and the dog doing the fusion dance. But yes, I mean, personally, for me, Full Metal Alchemist, I would put down in C tier right behind Boruto. And for Brotherhood, I kind of want to put it B because it's not one of the greatest animes that are out there.
But it is good. It's like one of those like, oh, you got to watch it. Like, yes. It's pretty fucking good.
It's one of those animes that all weebs have to watch at one point.
Yeah, it's like one of those sacred ones to watch pretty much.
Yes.
You know? Like high regards.
Yes. So
first of all, it's a beginner anime.
Yes. Yeah, so with like Death Note and stuff. Yeah. So do you agree with me with Full Metal Alchemist, C tier behind Boruto?
So you're saying it's worse than Boruto? Oh no, behind. Yeah.
Behind Boruto. So worse than Boruto.
Worse regular than Full Metal. Oh, I don't know about that.
You think it's better than Boruto?
I think so. Okay. No. Yeah, you're good.
Okay. Okay. Now what about Brotherhood? Where would you place Brotherhood?
Probably in between Tokyo and
Seven Deadly Sins.
Yeah, I think I would. That's a good like spot for it.
Yeah. Yeah, because I would definitely rewatch Brotherhood, then I would watch Seven Deadly Sins over again.
Mm-hmm.
Those words really came out of my mouth. Holy crap.
No, because if we put in like nostalgia into it, dude, it would be easy A tier for sure.
That's true.
Brotherhood, it would be easy A tier. I think it would even be both. I think it would go almost near where Naruto and Death Note is.
Okay. No, I completed. Yeah, I get you.
If we threw nostalgia, like growing up, like if you threw it in there, dude, yeah, it would be fucking, in there shit.
Yeah.
Even Pokemon would be an A, but I don't want to throw that shit there.
Yeah, no. All right. Another anime that I've barely watched, but again, I have watched enough scenes, clips, so on and so forth to understand it, is I was reincarnated the time I got reincarnated as a slime. Where is your standing on this anime? Have you watched it completely? Or are you still catching up?
I've watched all 3 seasons so far.
Okay.
I think it's really good. I mean, there's a lot of animes that are just like that, honestly, that they just get thrown into a game world and shit like that. I think you did miss an anime here still, dude. Honestly.
Yeah, I was gonna hit it.
Now, just saying it. We'll throw it in there
at the end. That's our closing one.
Yeah. So now realizing, I'm like, oh wait, we're missing one.
Yes, but yeah. So reincarnated as a slime. Like we mentioned, it's one of those main character is super OP, but the rest of the anime is supposed to be taken very lightly, very jokingly, but still has very good dialogue, storytelling, and very comedic moments. Yeah, like we said with One Punch.
There was definitely like a few episodes or one episode in particular that was quote unquote fan service.
Oh, so,
yeah, that was just like that threw me into a loop. I was not expecting that for sure, but other than that one episode, I would say it is really freaking good. Is it as good? I think it's A tier for sure.
You think it's A tier? Okay.
I think it's A tier because of the animation. Animation is really fucking good.
Yes.
The plot is actually pretty freaking interesting.
Oh, 100%.
Because not only can the person like make other creatures and beings stronger and like add them to the roster. Like it's actually making sense, all of it. Like it's made like that. It started from so small of a plot to like a bigger, and it's getting like actual political and all that stuff. So it's like, oh shit, like it's like more than it really like meets the eye on it.
Oh,
so I definitely think it's A tier. I think it might be in between Spy Family and One Punch Man.
I was gonna agree with you with that. Because from what I watched, because I watched like the first 2-3 episodes, and yeah, like it seemed very fun and stuff. And then seeing the clips now and the twists and turns, yeah, you're right. It has gotten very political. Some of it very religious wise. It's gone into very adult tones to it.
Yeah, so it's like, oh shit. Okay, yeah.
But I believe like the progression of it.
It was good.
Yes.
Season over season. It literally is like the main, like, this is this and that. Like it segues pretty nicely.
Yes. So that's why I've need to watch. This is definitely like on my high queue right now on my Crunchyroll for me to watch and catch up on. All right. And now before we finish with your stuff, let's go into My Hero Academia. Like we said with Full Metal Alchemist Brotherhood and Death Note, and even I believe Demon Slayer and Jujutsu Kaisen is going to fall into this category of must-watch animes as a weeb. I feel like My Hero Academia is also going to be one of those animes that needs to be watched as if you're going to be considered as a full weeb. Because I know it gets very iffy now with like One Piece and Bleach and stuff like that, because those animes, especially One Piece, is still going on for forever.
The big 3, you get me? Like literally One Piece and Bleach, and I think what's the other one?
Naruto is technically considered one of them now.
Oh yeah, so I think there's 3 different eras, right? There's literally the 90s, like late 90s anime, which I think the big 3 were like Bleach, Dragon Ball Z, and One Piece.
Yes.
And there's the what is it called, the middle in the early 2000s, which I think it's like Naruto, and I think there's two other guys that are in there as well that I can't think of right now that are dead. And then there's the modern three that are people are saying now, which Jujutsu Kaisen is there, and people are putting My Hero on that pedestal as well.
Yes.
It's like one of those top like must watch of the fucking last like couple of years, you know.
And I think Demon Slayer is nudging it so it's way up into
it's way up there in high regards. Dude.
Yes.
I mean, keep in mind it's literally only been 2 seasons and a movie. Same thing with Jujutsu Kaisen. Jujutsu Kaisen only one
season and 1 movie.
I'm like, bro, and they're already putting it up like that.
Yeah, high regards, super high regards. Yeah,
so that tells me a lot.
Yes. But with My Hero, again, great storytelling. I love the whole universe that they're setting up as well. The intro of it at the beginning makes like complete sense. One person has it. Like slowly that the superhero population or the hero population started growing. So now if you don't have an ability, if you're quote unquote normal, you are technically the weirdo in your classroom, if that makes sense. So everything is like flipped on that. And the whole thing of seeing Midoriya get his abilities, working on it, seeing how he went from 0 to 100 real quick, and now he has to find that middle era on how much he can handle to how much he could.
Yes, progression as a hero is like pretty good.
Yes,
season over season.
Yes, and it fits completely on why he is going to the school to be able to control and expand his abilities, along with all his other classmates who have had these abilities since they were born. You get me? But yeah, and then seeing the different relations between everybody. Everyone has their own little backstory. I know there's a lot of already teachers-wise and students-wise, which are the very popular ones amongst watchers and stuff. But yeah, like Todoroki, I know is high up there. Eraserhead is high up there on one of the like lovable characters. But yeah, for me, anyways, where this falls, I would also put it in A. I don't think I would put it in S tier. Again, but this also is because of I've only watched the first few seasons of it. I'm not fully caught up on it. Again, I have watched clips and stuff. I know where the storyline is going, what characters are going to come and be introduced to it. I don't know about you.
Me personally, where I would put this on where the story's going, and I'm including the movies too, and animation.
Oh yeah, the movies. Yeah,
there's a lot of movies. There's I think like 3 or 4 movies already.
Yeah.
Dude, I think it's an easy S tier.
You think it's an S tier?
Yeah, I think it's an S tier.
Okay, no, I
one thing that makes it not popular for most people is the fandom for sure. Like I would agree. Like there's a lot of people. I don't know why some of the animated like weebs do this a little bit. Mm-hmm. They like to ship characters, you know, and they like to orient.
Yeah.
I don't like to get into it. You get me? It's a little.
Yeah.
So I get it. Actually, I'm not going to get into it instead. No. But I just putting it in. Yeah.
Uh-huh. No, you go. Yeah.
I was going to say, just putting it in face value of what the show is and where it's going. Don't get me wrong. The main character is a little bit whiny. But that's his thing though, right? He's just a nervous wreck because he doesn't know what the fuck is going on. You get me?
Well, like I said, with the whole progression thing, we see his maturity come into play
exactly.
as he learns to control his abilities himself and all that stuff. Exactly. So okay, I got it. I think
so. That's why it's low S tier, but it's S tier, dude.
Yes.
Not Demon Slayer, you get me?
Yeah. 100% is not Demon Slayer. A whole different genre of things. But yeah, no, and like I said, there's a whole bunch of side characters as well in this anime that have become popular, and are very fantastic within themselves. Like personally for me, I think I've said it. I love Best Jeanist. I think that's a cool quirk to be able to just control like threads of clothing and stuff. You get me?
Or Mafia Orca.
Mafia Orca. And he's a hero. He's not a villain.
Yeah, exactly. It's like shit like that, bro. It's just like characters like that. They're memorable because like it's unique. You get me? They actually have their own character. If that makes sense.
Oh, 100%.
They're not just side characters. They're their own characters.
Yes,
they actually have some personality to them.
And even from the beginning with Mount Lady, we see her start off as this new hero who's getting in the public eye. She's trying to publicize herself. But as we see in future episodes and stuff, she does within herself, you could tell she's matured. She is now fighting alongside with all these other heroes. She still understands she has responsibilities, and she's not just trying to become this big popular public figure that we thought she was trying to become in literally episode 1. You got me? Even that wood shinobi guy was like pretty cool too.
Yeah. There's just a lot of cool individual characters with just a lot of personality.
Yes.
Which I think is the driving factor of that. Like, it's not just about Midoriya.
Yes.
It's not just about him.
It's not.
The nice thing.
Yeah. We see the entire classroom progress together. And the side characters like we see. And even as we come down to, from what I know, these later episodes, even the higher tiered heroes that we see, that we know and love, some have to progress to a newer status.
Yeah.
So yeah, well, I'll leave it at that because I don't want to fully go into spoilers because we don't know who's watched everything that we've spoken about.
Yeah, you can't dive too deep into these things.
Yes,
because then you ruin it for a lot of people.
Yes. But like I said, this is just stuff that we have both watched, that we are both interested in, and just trying to give people suggestions on what to watch and how we regard these animes. Mm-hmm. All right, I'll let you have these 4, and then I will close us off with the one that's not on this list, but I will add on after we finish.
Yeah, we could talk about that last one. But I know you can't talk about anime without including, everyone says it. No matter what main character it is, Goku will beat them. And we're talking about Dragon Ball, Dragon Ball Z, and its 2 other continuations of Dragon Ball Kai and Dragon Ball Super. So let's start with literally the fucking OG itself, where it all started, man.
Yes.
So with Dragon Ball, where do we put this, dude?
Well, first, do you want to quickly give what
a quick thing on this
era of what is within Dragon Ball?
So where this takes place, I mean, this first aired in the 90s, of course. No, not even that. I think it was early 90s, like not even 95 or anything like that. It was early 90s. I think even 1989 when it first came out officially. So it is really old. So the animation is it's fucking nostalgic. It is classic fucking anime. You get me? At its finest. This takes place literally when Goku's a kid, when he first got sent to Earth by mistake. He was meant to come and destroy it, and he, loses
hit his head.
hit his head and pretty much rewired his entire fucking personality, I guess, of what he was meant to be, and ended up, being a good guy and stuff like that. And then, later down through seasons and through episodes, you find out that he's an alien from another world.
Yes.
Completely hell-bent to come and destroy the planet.
Yes. But even throughout this arc is where we get introduced to Bulma, Master Roshi, Krillin and them. Yeah.
Tien, you get all that. Piccolo even as well. It's still introduced in Dragon Ball. But that's down the crazy line. But there's a lot of memorable characters like that. Excuse me. Dragon Ball set the precedent of setting up. You got me? It was a setup show entirely.
Yes.
Just like how Naruto was the setup for Shippuden.
Yes.
And then continuation on that. So I don't want to shit on it too bad on it, but it is really good in my opinion. Even as an old anime as it is, I think it is high B tier. I think it is the highest B tier on that end.
Yes, I would definitely agree with you. And again, this is completely leaving nostalgia out. This watchability is definitely in there compared to a lot of these other animes that we've spoken about. Yes, I would definitely rewatch Dragon Ball over Naruto, Tokyo Ghoul. If I go back to Tokyo Ghoul, it's literally just for the intro. I think the intro song for that entire anime is so sick.
It's pretty good.
But yes, so following Dragon Ball, we have Dragon Ball Z. And this is now where we get introduced.
Man. It is hard to not throw nostalgia into fucking Dragon Ball Z.
Yes.
It is fucking hard.
Yes. But during this arc is where we get, this season is where we now get introduced with like Frieza, other Saiyans as Vegeta. We got Raditz, the whole...
Bro, you just get so much progression, dude. The Ginyu Force.
The Ginyu Force.
The Cell Saga. You got the Cell Game Saga. You got the Saiyan Saga. You got so much shit in here, dude. And it's just, don't get me wrong, you know, it has the jokes and the infamous jokes about like, it takes like, you know, the
3 episodes
the planet is destroying and it's about to blow up in 30 minutes and it's been like 16 episodes
of still super Saiyan yelling, powering up.
Yeah, so all jokes aside on that, I think, dude, I want to put it, you know exactly where, but I don't want, it is an old show and it does take a little bit of a while. It does like build up too much, you get me? Anticipation on certain things, just like the Super Saiyan when he first turned Super Saiyan. But dude, that legendary moment when you first saw that though,
oh, I know.
You got me. It is, you know, that's once in a lifetime, like, oh my God, you know, type of thing. So I don't want to throw the nostalgia in there, but it's hard, like I said.
It's going to be very hard.
Yeah.
Personally, for me, where do you
put it? No, put it.
I want to do mine first before you put yours.
Yeah.
For me, I would put it in A, but between Spy Family and I got reincarnated as a slime. Personally, because I feel like these next two are going to be slightly higher. So I do want to give them that window.
You would think that.
Well, at least one of them.
Yeah.
One of them is going to be a little higher. But yes, I would, for me anyways, Dragon Ball Z, I would put between Reincarnated as a Slime and Spy Family. I know you want to put it a little higher. You would probably put it...
I would put in between...
Naruto and Death Note?
Death Note, I would put it there, probably. Honestly, if it was up to me, I would probably in between it. Let's go middle ground.
I was going to say
in between Death... Yeah.
Death Note and Assassination Classroom?
Yeah.
That is where my head was going to.
Let's both confirm on that. Death Note is a little bit better in storytelling. Don't get me wrong. And that's why it belongs there.
Yes.
And now comes the ugly stepbrother of Dragon Ball Z.
You think so?
I think Kai. Kai is literally is Dragon Ball Z censored, which is stupid in my opinion. Censored, but don't get me wrong, updated animation.
I get what you mean by censored now. Yes.
There's a lot of things that happened in shit that they didn't show in Kai.
Yeah.
For example, in the original Dragon Ball Z, fucking Frieza gets sliced in fucking half and you see him crawling around. Don't get me wrong, the blood was like pinkish, whatever, but you saw him crawling around with his fucking like half body crawling around and his missing arm because he got sliced half like that.
¿Qué llevan los espárragos? ¿Garlic, sal? No, yo nomás les echo sal y pimienta. Oh, y el aceite para cocinarlos. Yeah. Okay, sal y pimienta. Sí. Sorry about that.
No, you're good. Yeah, he gets sliced in half. Like, you know, he literally has only one arm working because the other one got sliced with his torso, pretty much.
Purple blood. He had purple blood.
Purple blood, right. So you see that a little bit in the original Dragon Ball Z because they were not afraid to show that.
No,
they had to censor that.
Yes, even in Dragon Ball Z, we saw what? We saw Krillin got blasted through the chest at one point.
Yes, he did. Like literally, his chest explodes, and you see little debris falling around.
Tien to save Chaozu, we literally saw him get obliterated by his own attack that got reflected back to him, I believe it was.
Mm-hmm.
We literally saw, I think it was, like the flashing light, and you slowly see his body, like it's supposed to be disintegrated, but his body still falls to the ground. Okay, I get it. Yeah, it's Kai is Z censored.
I mean, it's still good. Don't get me wrong. I'm not saying
no, 100%.
Bad or anything
yes,
like that.
And they also bring in a whole bunch of other things in Kai that become so stories, nostalgic and adds to the story as well, as another layer of what they could be doing.
Right.
With the earrings that we see, I believe we also get the fusions in this one. The fusion dance.
What do you mean?
Gotenks. Don't we? Yeah,
we get that in Z too. Is
it Z? I thought it was just Kai.
Z. No, that's part of Z too, dude. Z goes all the way into Majin Buu. You know that, right? Until Kid Buu.
Okay.
So that's what I'm saying. Okay, Dragon Ball Z is literally Dragon Ball Z Kai. Is just Kai was just reanimated Z pretty much.
Gotcha. Okay.
So they're the same thing. They're literally. Now I understand it's literally everything the same. Same episode, same everything. Pretty much. Actually, no, they fluffed out a lot of episodes on Kai to make it shorter, which I do give it credit for those long panels of just them showing like planets the planet getting destroyed and music eerie, build up and shit like that. That Z had, they toned that down for sure.
Gotcha. Okay. So that was the extra information that I was missing on what the spectrum was here for the episodes.
Yeah.
Okay.
So where do I put Kai specifically?
Where do you put Kai?
I say it's bottom A.
Bottom A?
Bottom A. I mean, it's still Dragon Ball Z. You get me? It's still fucking phenomenal. It's still good, but it's bottom A.
Okay. I would agree with you.
Not B. So it's definitely not B. Because it's still fucking Dragon Ball Z. It's still really good. The animation is actually really nice. So since they revamped it and shit.
All right. And finally, well, not finally, but from what we have here, Dragon Ball Super. Explain Dragon Ball Super.
Dragon Ball Super actually was a continuation from Dragon Ball Z. It literally takes place moments after they kill Kid Buu, pretty much. Where I think it literally starts out the first episode, Hercules trying to award, what is it called? Goku with money, like a briefcase full of money, thanking him to say, he pretty much saved him and the planet and stuff like that. It's literally a straight continuation from that. But this is where it gets interesting because we didn't really know where Dragon Ball Z would take off after Buu, right? Yeah. Most people were wondering what is next for Goku? And they literally went through the ringer in fucking Dragon Ball Super, dude. They literally made this man time travel himself. He was versing gods now, you get me? Now he actually has a god form himself in this. In between, he has really good movies. 3 movies, actually. Sorry. Yes. He has Resurrection F, which is the resurrection of Frieza. And then he has also, I believe, what's the other one? Oh, the Beerus fight. Sorry, when he gets Super Saiyan God, which is pretty much the first season or the first arc of Dragon Ball Super. It's just a retelling of the movie. You got me? So there's that movie as well. And then there's the third, which is the latest movie, which is there's a newer one coming out, but let's not talk about that.
Yeah, that one
they should have kept the same animation as this third movie, which is him versus Broly, and they reintroduced Broly into the actual main movie universe. The main Dragon Ball Z universe now. He's not an off tangent character like they were past Dragon Ball Z. Oh, by the way, for Dragon Ball Z, they had fucking 12 movies in between the fucking series, dude. Yep. All really good, dude. Dragon Ball I believe had 5 movies in total. There's 20 Dragon Ball Z movies. Yeah, straight up, they're all fucking great, by the way. So especially the Broly ones, those are always my favorite ones. So.
Yes,
and cooler. cooler and
that was going to be my question.
Yeah.
In all of Dragon Ball Z lore history, what would you name your top 3 villains?
Villains for Dragon Ball Z, dude? Oh, I think it's easy, dude. So I would think of like cool, or like who do I think is going to be like, who are the top 3 that I think were like
just your top 3 villains that you thought were so cool. Obviously, I'm not expecting them to be like OP, because I know if we're talking OP, I know a lot of people would say Cell was the most OP one probably. But like personally for me, my top is like Kid Buu. I would definitely go cooler. And then Broly would be like my third villain.
Mm-hmm. I would say, damn, this is hard. That's a hard choice. Villain wise, I would say Cell, perfect Cell for sure, 100%. Because I think he has some comebacks and slaps. Instead of Kid Buu, I would say Super Buu, because he was actually intelligent enough to like slap back. You get me?
That's
like,
true.
Talk shit. So I think he was more menacing in that sense, that he could
true. And I think
back and forth with you.
And I think Super Buu also had he was the one that we saw like absorbing them and using their abilities on
against them and shit. So that I think that's a little bit more scary in that sense.
Yeah, that's true.
And the last, I would say, instead of regular cooler, I would say Mecha Cooler, because the whole thing that he has, he's getting powers from that fucking star that could create unlimited versions of him.
Oh, that's right.
So that's a scary thought and process too. Because he was already strong enough just with one, and I can't even imagine a fucking army full of them that Goku would beat ahead of fight in that movie.
Sure. All right, so where would you place Dragon Ball Super?
I know I went off on a tangent there. Fuck me. Super does have its problem. I would give it that. Just like Naruto. I will put in between Naruto and Death Note.
Naruto and Death Note?
I think Shippuden is still better. Yeah. I know people are gonna fucking probably be like, yo, what the fuck, bro? But still. Where do you think it goes? It's hard, I know. It
is hard, but honestly, I would put it behind Z and ahead of Assassination Classroom.
You think it's better? Z is better still than Super?
Yes, I would definitely for me.
Maybe you're right. There is a lot of memorable characters though in Dragon Ball Super.
Yes,
but there's more in Z. It's because Z was longer. If you get me. Yeah. But I would agree. I think I would agree with you. I think Z. I don't think anything can compare to Z though. Yeah. Yeah, I would put it there. Yeah.
All right.
There's one thing I do want to change though, real quick. Assassin Room, I would probably put bottom A.
You would put bottom A. You would drop it down.
I would switch it, drop it down. Compared to like now talking about it and all this stuff, I would probably put it bottom A.
Okay. Okay, bottom A where? Between One Punch and High or just straight bottom? Oh, okay.
Like straight bottom, yeah.
Okay. I could see why. I would agree with that. And now for the one anime we both forgot to add to this list until halfway through the episode. Overlord. How can we forget Overlord? We've spoken about it so many times on this.
I feel like, we always mention this when we talk about animes, dude, and how good it is, dude.
Yes. So Overlord, like we mentioned before, was like reincarnated as a slime and One Punch Man. Your main character is extremely OP. The only difference with this, like we said, One Punch Man is more comedic. Reincarnated as a slime, grows like an adult almost. You go into the political and religious talks, whereas in Overlord,
the main character is losing himself. He's
losing himself. It's going into darker tones. We see some pretty gruesome scenes, especially at the ending of season 3. Oh yeah. Where we even spoke about this a couple weeks ago, where at the beginning in like season 1, your main character is continuously having these conversations with him, his inner monologue that we get a little glimpse into. where as you progress throughout the seasons, even though it's been 3 seasons, you see these inner monologue is becoming less and less. Partially, we don't know what is happening in his head, but we kind of also see him slipping into this madness that is of what it is of him to be dark ruler of this new found universe.
World, yeah. Which is crazy, yeah, yes. Because at first, like in season 1 and 2, he was against killing anyone.
Yes.
In general. And then by season 3, dude, this man was literally in an all-out war, killing thousands. You get me?
Yeah.
So it's literally, he is digressing as a character, which is awesome to see. Don't get me wrong, because you want to know what is happening, dude. What is going on in his mind? What is he thinking?
Yeah, and like you said, from the beginning of season 1, he just wants to get to understand the world, like create a map, a mental map of where everything is, on where he is, trying to find any landmarks that are supposed to tell him where in the world he is. Where, like you said, by the end of season 3, he is now in an all-out war where he is now trying to control the world, or this country that he is in, but that's obviously going to expand to controlling the world. So definitely different undertones that we've seen, like I said, for One Punch and Reincarnated as a Slime. Personally, for me, this is either bottom S or second top A.
You think Shippuden is still better than Overlord? I'd rather watch Overlord than Shippuden.
Would you? Okay, now would you put S?
I would put it S.
You would put S. I would agree.
Me personally, I think it's really fucking good, dude.
I think so too.
And the animation is pretty good.
It's great. Especially, I always go back to the fight that he has with the vampire girl.
Yes. Yeah.
That's an incredible fight.
The 3rd season with the little sheep things, the CG, they use CGI on that.
Little sheep things.
The sheep things, whatever the fuck they are.
Yes, I know what you mean though.
I do definitely, it's a little questionable, the CGI, but it's a good blend, a good mix. Even though, the what is it called? Those skeleton knight things, they use CGI and they're obvious CGI. Yeah. Don't get me wrong.
Yes.
But it's still like, I think that's the charm of it a little bit because it blends it pretty well in there.
Oh, 100%.
So it doesn't, it does take you away from it a little bit, but you got to remember, like, that's the point, I think. So, because he's stuck in a video game. So,
yes. Well, it was a video game. It is now real life for him.
Yeah, there you go. So, it's good. It's setting the tone that he's actually in this world now. Like,
yes. I mean, yeah. And
that's the final verdict. Or do you want to switch anything, dude? In particular, you think you have a change of heart on some of these, or you want to move things around?
Honestly, no. I think we honestly did a really good job on hitting this the first time. Obviously, Assassination Classroom, we came to the agreement that it was bottom A instead of where we had it in the middle. But yeah, personally for me, I think I completely agree with this entire list.
Yeah.
I don't know about you.
Yeah, no. And then I want to say one thing before too, for like the audience. Like, this is for animes we've watched. Okay. Just keep that in mind. Of course, there's a lot of better animes out there probably that we freaking missed. You get me? Or ones that Tito's watched and then I haven't watched, and vice versa. Ones I watched that he hasn't watched. You get me?
Yeah.
Because, for example, like JoJo, I would probably like not throwing nostalgia or anything. That's an easy S tier for me, like 100%.
Yeah.
So, especially regarding the first like 5 seasons. I don't know about the newest one, season 6.
Yeah.
The first 5, easy S tier.
Yeah, and you see, for me, for Rising of a Shield Hero, I would put it in middle to high A. You get me? Definitely adult tones, very funny, but also incredible fight scenes. And like we said, we've all watched different animes as well. I've watched Haikyuu, Hunter x Hunter, Fire Force, I need to watch Twin Star Exorcist, where a lot of people tell me it's really good.
Yeah, I heard that's good too. Yeah.
The Promised Neverland is pretty good for season 1.
Black Clover. People said that's good as well.
Yeah.
There's a lot of good shit that we haven't watched yet. So.
This is
so
just
much, dude. It's so many, dude.
There is, and not enough hours in the world to watch them, especially with everything else we have to watch.
Like, I hate being that guy. I know One Piece is good, but I don't think I'll ever watch it because of how fucking long it is. Yeah, dude. Dude, the journey would be too long. Man.
It would be.
The journey would be too long.
A journey I'm willing to sit through is probably Fairy Tail.
Yeah, it is long as fuck, but I would probably watch it too.
Yeah. Yes. So like I said, this image will be up on our Instagram, the podcast Instagram. So go there and fight us in the comments if you dare.
Oh, I know there's a lot of like older audiences too. I know like most people would probably put like Cowboy Bebop up there, Gundam and all that other stuff. Freaking, what is it called?
Saint Seiya. He-Man, Saint Seiya.
Yeah, freaking Transformers. All the other stuff. Is Transformers an anime or?
I think it's a cartoon. I don't think it's an anime.
What was an anime was, I'm trying to remember the fucking name. What is it called?
Super Hyper Monkey Team Hyper Force Go.
Definitely not. Was Thundercats an anime?
Which one?
Thundercats?
I don't think so.
I think that was a cartoon.
I think it was a cartoon. I think it was just like weird, and that weird mix between like Adult Swim and Cartoon Network still, because it would always premiere like super late.
Yeah.
So I think it felt like in between that weird area. Yeah.
Yeah, I know people still are on edge if Avatar is an anime. That's why we didn't put it here, because people say it's an anime, but it is not, unfortunately. It is categorized as a cartoon, unfortunately. Because Avatar would be easy fucking
S tier. S tier, 100%.
Fuck me with the storytelling, bro.
Yeah. Legend of Korra would be low A.
Yeah, it would be
low
middle.
A. No, it would be low A.
Low A, Jesus. Maybe. Yeah, you're right.
Even though we got queer representation, it is still low A. But yes, I mean, besides that, do you have anything else you want to say, Leche?
No, dude, animes are great.
Become a weeb, watch them more.
Yeah, I don't know why people fucking think this is just for kids. I don't think it is.
Hey, no,
it's almost. I think it's almost the same thing with movies, right? There's certain movies that are just literally designed for like adults.
Yes.
Most of these, in my opinion, are literally for adults. Honestly, I don't think they're technically for like teenagers and like young adults and stuff like that. Most of them. So they definitely have like adult themes going into them, especially in the later seasons. So
yeah, and there's animes for everyone. I mean, your older sister has watched Demon Slayer. I've met older people who have watched Tokyo Ghoul and completely enjoyed it. You got me? So there's definitely something for everyone.
Exactly.
Yeah, and you're right. Anime is definitely yes for everybody, but there's a variety from like funny to sports to even gruesome ones. I mean,
horror. Yeah.
What was the Corpse Party? Corpse Party is super dark.
Oh, it's super dark.
And it's supposed to be like elementary school kids.
Yeah.
So take that. If you want to look Corpse Party up, that's on you.
That's on you. You do it on your own.
I warned you. I warned you. But yes. Thank you guys so much for listening. Leche, where can people find you?
People find me at Instagram at Leche Melissa, or you guys can follow me on
Twitch.
Jesus. At TechnoFreak95. And where can people find you today?
People can find me on Instagram and Twitch at 1alphapenguin. You guys can follow the podcast on Instagram at takeasip_pod, or even on YouTube, where we will have the visuals for the tier list as we go through it at youtube.com/takeasip. As always, the logos are the same throughout all the social medias, throughout all the platforms. We are also on Spotify, Apple Music. I believe we're on Amazon Podcasts, Google Podcasts as well. So yeah, take a listen there if any of those is easier for you to listen to. And as always, drink some water, stay safe. It is getting warmer, so drink a lot of water, actually, if you are in the Northeast. And we will see you all next week. Bye-bye.
Bye, guys.